Okay, so this is the river at the end of our property right through here. Okay, you can see the ground's pretty mushy. Our property actually extends out into the water there, into this marsh, which out there is the river. You can see it right over there. And this marsh all belongs to us. So we're gonna walk you back through. We haven't really cleared down here very much, but you can see it's gonna get a little bit better. This is really mushy back here. Not bringing anything down here without tracks on it, that's for sure. And you can see these trees are really big trees. We're going to take them down. Not all of them, but a lot of them. We can walk back through here. We're going to walk up this way. It starts to get a little bit better as we walk away because we brought in a bush hog. And we brought it all the way back almost to here, but we didn't get all the way to the river with it. As you can see, I'm going to keep the camera faced forward. I'm going to walk up the property all the way to the front end of it. We go through here, it kind of goes up through the middle of it. On one side we have some houses, and then on the other side we have some apartments. As you can see, it's got a lot of trees. Again, some really big ones. We brought down a bunch of them. We're gonna bring down a bunch more. This property is really useful. Our plan is to bring in some maybe RV park back in here, or camping, and maybe string up a zip line between some of these trees and stuff. And then eventually the access to the river will become important once we get down that way. But still gonna walk up here a ways. Again, we had brought a bush hog back, and this was really dense at one point. Since we brought the bush hog in, you could barely even walk back here. But now it's not too bad. It's a little bit of a hike. The tractors that have been back here is kind of, they've done a bunch of holes, dug, so it's a lot of uneven terrain. But we still got a ways to go. Got some dead trees like this one. It's got to go still out of the way. And up in here it starts to clear out a little bit because, again, this is where we did a lot of bush hog work up through here. Got a serpentine a little bit back in here just because of this flora that's hanging around. I'm trying to stay in the middle of the property so you can get an idea. Trying to follow some of the tractor footprints because it's just easier. You can kind of find the way we've driven trucks back here and stuff since we cleared out with the bush hog. And now we're getting into an area where we had brought an excavator in and we're removing a lot of trees. We're gonna bring it back in and remove a lot more trees. So we're gonna come up this way. There's a lot of things like this in the ground. It's weird stuff, like pieces of metal and everything. We think this property was part of a larger property. That's why it's kind of stripped in here between this little neighborhood on the this little neighborhood on the right and the apartments on the left. This is kind of stripped inside here. It's big. It's, I think in total it's around 5 acres or so. But we're going to kind of follow the tractor path where the big excavator came through here. As we walk closer, you can notice the trees are starting to thin out because, again, the excavator took out a whole bunch of trees as you see them around the sides here and on the sides over there. So we continue on. Takes a while to walk from the back even now. Used to, it took 20 minutes, 30 minutes to walk back there. And so about 20 minutes back, so about 40 minutes to an hour to walk to the back and back in front because of the, again, how dense it was. But now, since the tractor work is in here, it's gotten a lot easier to get back there. And the further towards the front we go, the more trees that we removed. There's some of them that we're probably going to allow stay, and then a lot more of these. You can see how big these trees are. A lot of them coming down still, especially where we just came through. But in essence, what we're trying to do here, we're going to create a road, easily driven, that can go all the way to the back end. So back in there in the back, we're going to put a dock in. And now we're starting to get towards the property. As you can see, there's a clear line right through the property here. And that's where we're going to put the road. So some of these might get to stay. But a lot of these big guys right here, they're all going to have to come down to give us room in here to do what we need to do. You can see the tractor kind of has things a bit tore up. So this Friday, we're bringing in a tractor to clean all this debris out of the way, smooth it all out here, so we can actually gain more access to the back end. And that should be a lot more fun. Now, I've driven the truck, my truck a little ways in here, so we're going to get in the truck and turn it around. But I wanted to give you a sense of how deep the property is, and if you can see way up there where those vehicles and stuff are, that's the front part of the property, which is completely cleared, versus this back here, which is sort of done some stuff with, but not really cleared. So we're gonna go and get in this truck, finish driving out of here. We couldn't go any further with the truck because we got holes like this and a bunch of stuff banging on the bottom of the truck, so I opted to not take it any further. As you can see, it's got a ways up there now. So okay, now that I've gotten in the truck, we're gonna drive the rest of the way out. It's a little bit of a hike, but it is really rough through here. So we got to take our time and crawl out of here. We got it 4 low to crawl out because we can't go out straight out because of all those holes in the ground over there. So we got to kind of crawl out of here. Same way we came in. You can see it's treacherous. And that is a tour